Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we need to talk about something incredibly important, something deeply troubling that has been festering within a corner of the Cat's Eye fandom, and honestly, within the broader K-pop sphere. We need to talk about racism, specifically, the insidious, relentless, and frankly disgusting racism that members like Lara and Manon are facing, not just online, but in spaces that are supposed to celebrate them. I've been making videos for a while, sharing my thoughts, my passions, and sometimes my frustrations. And lately, my biggest frustration, my biggest heartbreak, has been witnessing the sheer volume of hate directed at these talented, beautiful, and hardworking young women, purely because of the color of their skin. It's 2025, soon to be 2026, and yet, it feels like we're taking a terrifying leap backward in time. If you're here hoping for a fluffy fan video, this isn't it. This is a call to action, this is a plea for empathy. This is an unmasking of the things that threatens to overshadow everything good about this group. Because the truth is, the biggest downfall for Cat's Eye won't be a scandal, or their music, or even external haters. It will be the toxic, hateful elements within their own fandom. And that, my friends, is a tragedy we simply cannot afford to ignore. Let's dive straight into it. The level of racial prejudice directed at Manon and Lara is not just a bit of negativity or trolling, it is a systematic campaign of dehumanization, thinly veiled as critique or opinion, and honestly, the hypocrisy is astounding. I've seen this fandom, like many K-pop fandoms, rally with incredible passion and loyalty, but somehow, that loyalty seems to evaporate, or even turn into vitriol, when it comes to celebrating and protecting all members, especially those who don't fit into a narrow, often Eurocentric, beauty standard. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, how bad does your fandom have to be when it's more hateful, more vitriolic, and more racially charged than actual antis or external critics? Think about that for a moment. People who claim to be fans, people who claim to support Cat's Eye, are often the ones spewing the most vile, racially motivated attacks. It's not just criticism, it's targeted abuse. It's not about their performance, it's about their appearance, their heritage, their very identity. And what's truly sickening is the sheer audacity. We're in 2025, in a world that is supposedly becoming more interconnected, more understanding, and more accepting. Yet, these individuals, often hiding behind anonymous profiles, still operate with the mindset of the Dark Ages. Oh no, her skin is brown, she has to be ugly then. This isn't just ignorant, it's actively malicious. It's a reflection of a deep-seated prejudice that needs to be called out, dragged into the light, and dismantled. Let's talk specifically about Lara. The amount of hate she receives is genuinely heartbreaking. It's a constant barrage. From comments about her skin tone, her features, to flat-out racist slurs, it feels like she's perpetually under attack. I made a video addressing the hate she was getting before, hoping to shed some light and encourage positivity. And what happened in the comments section of my video? It was flooded with the same racist garbage, the same denials, the same malicious accusations that the hate wasn't even real. It was a stark, horrifying demonstration of the very problem I was trying to highlight. Imagine being Lara, imagine logging onto social media, or even during a Weverse live, seeing comments, sometimes hundreds of them, picking apart your appearance, diminishing your talent, all because you don't fit into someone else's narrow, prejudiced idea of what a K-pop idol should look like. This isn't just cyberbullying, it's psychological warfare rooted in racism. And it's affecting her. You can see it sometimes in their expressions, in the way they might pause, or how their energy dips during those lives. They read it, they see it, and it hurts them. Then there's Manon. The racism she faces often takes on a different, but equally insidious, form: anti-blackness and colorism. The absolutely mind-boggling accusations that she can't be black because she's so pretty. Let that sink in for a second. The implication is that black women, by default, cannot be beautiful. That beauty is somehow antithetical to blackness. How low do you have to be to weaponize someone's beauty against their own racial identity? How deeply ingrained must your prejudice be to utter such a horrific statement? Manon is a stunning, talented, and powerful performer. Her beauty, her charisma, her stage presence are undeniable. To try and deny her heritage, or to frame her beauty as an exception to her race, is not only deeply racist but also incredibly insulting to all black women. It's a desperate attempt by prejudiced individuals to cling to their narrow, discriminatory worldview. And for those who try to deny her blackness, or pit her against other members based on their skin tone, you are actively contributing to the very colorism that harms so many within the black community and beyond. And what's the common thread among these perpetrators? They don't show their face. They hide behind anonymous accounts, burner profiles, and a veil of internet obscurity. It's easy to be brave when you have no accountability, no real-world consequences for your hateful words. It's the ultimate act of cowardice. These are individuals who would never dare to utter these words in real life, to Manon or Lara's face, because they know it's despicable. But online, where the perceived anonymity offers a shield, they feel empowered to unleash their ugliness. This isn't bravery, it's moral bankruptcy. Let's be brutally honest here, a significant portion of Cat's Eye's fanbase, like many emerging groups, comes from the broader K-pop community. And it's no secret that K-pop fandoms, for all their incredible positives, the camaraderie, the passion, the shared love for music and artists, also have a dark, deeply rooted problem with racism and homophobia. It's an open secret. Time and time again, we see non-East Asian idols, especially those who are black, Latina, or darker-skinned, being subjected to relentless scrutiny, comparison, and outright hatred. And this isn't just about fan wars or preferences, it's about systemic issues within these online spaces that allow racism to flourish, often unchallenged. When fan culture prioritizes a monolithic, often whitewashed, image of beauty and talent, anyone who deviates from that becomes a target. And instead of calling it out, too many remain silent, or worse, participate. One of the most painful aspects of this is during their Weverse lives. These are supposed to be intimate, fun moments where the members connect directly with their fans. But imagine, in the midst of reading loving messages, seeing racist comments directed at you or your fellow members. They see it, they read it, the comments scroll by quickly, but some of those hateful words undoubtedly stick. It's incredibly distressing to think about the mental and emotional toll this takes. These young women are under immense pressure as it is, debuting in a highly competitive industry. To add the burden of having to constantly fend off racial attacks, often from people who claim to be their fans, is inhumane. We need to create a safer, more welcoming environment for them, where they can connect with genuine supporters without being subjected to such cruelty. And then there's the denial, the infuriating, gaslighting denial that this hate even exists. Oh, you're just making it up, it's only a few bad apples, it's not that serious. This is perhaps just as damaging as the initial hate itself. Because when you deny the lived experience of racism, you silence the victims, you enable the perpetrators, and you prevent any meaningful change from happening. For anyone who thinks this isn't real, or isn't a problem, I urge you to look harder. Go beyond your echo chamber, listen to the experiences of fans who are actively witnessing this. And if you're still in doubt, ask yourself why you're so invested in dismissing the pain of these artists. Is it because confronting it means confronting your own biases, or the biases within a community you cherish? Ignorance is no longer an excuse. So, what's the solution? It's not simple, but it starts with us, the fans, and the broader community. First, we must acknowledge that this racism is real, it's pervasive, and it's deeply harmful. We must validate the experiences of Manon, Lara, and any other idol who faces discrimination. Second, is to speak up. Silence is complicity. If you see racist comments, report them, call them out. Don't engage in prolonged arguments, but make it clear that such behavior is unacceptable. Use the block and report functions. Thirdly is to understand what anti-blackness and colorism are, understand how implicit biases manifest. If you see someone making a racist comment, and you feel safe to do so, try to educate them. Sometimes, ignorance is a factor, but sometimes, it's just pure hatred. Next is to actively promote and uplift all members. Celebrate their unique beauty, their diverse talents, and their individual contributions. Don't fall into the trap of comparing them or putting one down to elevate another. For those who might be unconsciously contributing to this, or who find themselves having negative thoughts about members based on race, reflect, challenge those thoughts. Where do they come from? Why do you feel that way? Growth begins with self-awareness. Thank you for watching, for listening, and for being willing to engage with this important topic. Please share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can discuss this constructively. If you appreciate this kind of content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Until next time, please remember to lead with kindness, stand up against injustice, and let's make the internet a better place, one conversation at a time. Take care, everyone.